between two different warm-ups. This will be your even exercise day warm-up. So we're going to start with a windshield wiper. You're going to lay down on your back, arms spread out to the sides. I want you to focus on keeping your back on the ground the whole time. All right, ready? Go. All we're going to do is just let your knees fall off to the side, but you're going to do a great job maintaining control of your core by pushing your back into the ground the whole time. Good, about halfway there. If you do get uncomfortable during this, you can always put a towel or a sweatshirt or something underneath your back, but we're not doing it for so long that it should be a problem. Very good. Now we'll do our high plank shoulder tap. A high plank means we're doing a plank in a push-up position. So you're going to have straight arms. Our athlete's arms are a little bit far forward. Her wrists are not really under her shoulders. So I'm going to recommend you get them under your shoulders. And then we're going to alternate tapping opposite shoulder. Ready, go. As we go through this, do your best to keep both hips the same distance from the ground. It is tough to balance because you only have one hand and 2 feet on the ground at a time. But if you widen your feet just a little bit, brace your core, you shouldn't have too much trouble keeping yourself balanced. If you struggle with this at any point, please feel free to take a break. 3, 2, 1, time. Now we'll go to our hip adduction. That's our groin. So we're going to lay on your side just like you see here. You're going to bend your top leg and pull it up towards your hips. And then you're just going to lift nice and slowly that bottom leg. You're going to be working that hip adductor muscle. Ready, go. It doesn't matter which side you start with, but here on screen we have you starting on your left side. Take your time. Our athlete's going somewhat fast. You can go even a little bit slower. We don't need to get too many more than 10 reps or so here. We want you to take your time and do it the right way. Very good. Okay, just flip yourself over. We'll do the same thing. Ready, go. Nice and slow. Keep your legs straight. Don't let that knee bend. You should really feel it on the upper part of your inner thigh. That's that adductor muscle. About 5 seconds to go here. You're looking great. It's a tough exercise, not one that we do too often, but a really good one. And time. Now just roll over onto your back. You're going to bend your knees. Keep your feet flat on the ground. I want you to drive your hips up towards the ceiling before you even start. And then you're going to alternate marching from one leg to the other. Ready, go. As you march, your hips are going to want to drop and raise and move in all different directions. Your job is to keep them as still as possible. We don't want those hips to be at different heights at any point in the movement. You can even see our athlete resets herself a few times just to maybe give herself a little reminder of the right technique. She's going at a good speed, 1 step every couple of seconds. This is all about stability. There's no rush. Good. Next, we'll do our 180-degree jump. So you're going to stand up, and all we're going to do is jump 180 degrees, so a complete turnaround, so you're facing the opposite direction, and then jump forward. And you can jump over your right shoulder, and then looking over your left shoulder, switching back and forth each time if it helps you. Good. You should be going now. When you land, we want you to land soft and focus on keeping both knees over your feet. Not letting them rotate despite all those forces that are telling your body to let your knees rotate. We want to stay nice and stable. And time. Next we'll do our lateral fast feet. Some people call this a scissor fast feet, but all we're going to do is move from side to side within a small space, alternating which foot is forward and which foot is backward. Ready, go. A lot of choppiness here with this exercise, but that doesn't mean we can't have nice soft feet. So do your best to keep your feet really soft, protect that body. Get your body moving a little bit. It's a great way to warm up that core body temperature, but it's also a good way to think about where your feet are landing, the positioning of your body, making sure that you're maintaining good posture, all those things that really go into being a great athlete. Just a couple more reps to go, and then our final exercise. Finally, we'll do our side shuffle. I want you to have your toes facing forward the whole time. Even if you only have a couple feet, you can see here, like our athlete on the screen, that's no problem. A couple feet is plenty of space, just moving side to side. Ready, go. As you do this exercise, I want you to keep your hips a little bit further back than the rest of your body. Pull your head up towards the ceiling to keep your spine nice and straight, and point your toes directly forward. Keep it up. You're doing a great job. Only a couple reps to go before we get to our workout. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Enjoy the workout.
All right, everyone, welcome back for day 2. Today, like we mentioned in day 1, it's going to be about agility. So we're going to do a lot of deceleration and then like beginning to get into some acceleration stuff. We're going to do upper body training, and then we're going to hit core again. We're going to try to hit core every day throughout this next couple weeks. So for our agility, we're going to start with a 5-step deceleration. You're going to remember the quarter squat that we did last week or the other day. We want to finish our deceleration in the quarter squat. So you're going to do 3 sets of 5. You don't need a ton of space. So here we have about 5 yards. So if you can find a space that's like 10 to 15 feet long, could be a hallway in your house or in your school. If you've got a bigger space outside, you need to use outside, that's okay. But you're going to run, so Henry, why don't we do like a demo? Like 50% speed and then chop, 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 chop. It's like roughly 5 or 6 steps to decelerate yourself into that quarter squat position. All right, so we're going to do 5 of those, and then we're going to march, just like opposite arm, opposite leg. Your arms are at 90 degrees, marching forward. All right, so we're going to do that roughly 10 steps there, and we're going to do 3 rounds of the 2 of those back and forth. All right, so Henry, let's get 5 5-step decelerations here. There you go. Good. All right, same for you guys too. 5 of those. Really short, choppy steps. So quick chip, yes, perfect. That second rep was really good. All right, try to keep your feet as quiet as possible. Maybe some of you are in an apartment, but if you're not, just pretend you've got like downstairs neighbors. You don't want to wake them up. Nice soft feet. Try to keep them even, under control. We want to know where we're putting our feet. Be sort of cognizant of where your feet are going to land every time you start to decelerate yourself. Good?
Yep.
Cool. All right, so we're going to go to our march. So we have roughly 10 steps. We really want you to keep your elbows in tight to your sides. Good. Somewhat robotic for right now. As we work through the next couple weeks, good, Henry. As we work through the next couple weeks, that's when we'll really start to pick up the acceleration stuff. Good. Okay. So we'll go another couple of decelerations here, 5 of them. I'm just doing 3 rounds of this one. Good. We throw our hips back when we do this. When we push our hips back, it's a great way to decelerate ourselves. Otherwise, what ends up happening is we'll lose our balance and sometimes we fall forward, which is no good, especially if you're playing sports, trying to defend somebody and you're falling forward. That's usually when they're going to juke you out. All right, so we sit our hips back. Try to keep our weight balanced right in the middle of our feet, not all our weight on our toes. Very good. Last one here. Perfect. Okay, let's go march. Can we get a side view for the march? All right, so we're going to get roughly 10 steps here. We want really good posture. So we're thinking about pulling our head up towards the ceiling. Good. Nice, Henry. Really good. Move out of the way. Good. And then do you think we could fit, yeah, I think so. If you start over there and decelerate somewhere around here.
Yep.
It's going to be short. This is even smaller space, so you can do this in a small space. This way we can look, make sure that posture looks good. Good. So this is our third round. It's your last round here, these decelerations. Let's get as much bang for our buck as we can. Make sure we do these the right way. Good job. Nice and soft feet. So we want to watch Henry's hips. You see his hips getting pushed back, and he's still got great posture. That's what it's all about. Very good. Last one or two here. Excellent. All right, and then we'll go to our final round of marching. Excellent. Good. Staying up nice and tall. Okay. Very good. So catch your breath if you need it. That's our agility for right now. Agility is all about changing speeds. So that's speeding up and slowing down, and changing directions. So that's going from the left or right, going from moving forward to moving backwards, or vice versa. That's what agility is all about. So we're just starting with the basics. We're just starting with mostly decelerating and a little bit of accelerating. Now we're going to go to upper body. So we have push-up or knee push-up. All right. I've forced Henry to start with the knee push-up just so we can kind of give you guys an example of how we're going to do it. If you have like a pillow or a blanket or a towel or a pad or something, we're going to use that. We're going to do 4 rounds here. All right, it's up to you. You could do somewhere between 5 and 7 push-ups or knee push-ups, and then we're going to do something called a bent over TYI, which I'll show you. But so Henry, can you do that again? Actually, so we're going to start on hands and knees, just like how you normally would. So if you move your hips back. Then what I want you to do is walk your hands out, and you're just going to pull your feet up towards your butt, and that gets your hips forward a little bit. So we're in a much more natural push-up position. All right, so Henry, we're going to get 5 to 7 good reps here. Take your time. Breathe while you push up. Breathe in while you come down. Breathe out while you push up. Good. Notice we had a really, really good straight line right through his ear, shoulder, hip, down to his knee. Exactly what we're looking for. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to go to our TYI. All right, so we're going to be bent over like a 45-degree angle. All right, so Henry, we can even start 45 degrees for right now. We're just going to open our arms, all right, like we're flapping our wings. That's the T, so your upper body's in the shape of a T. Then a Y, so you're going to come up at a 45-degree angle. And then an I. You're going to open up over your head. Good. I want you to pull your spine as long as you can. So pull your head as far away from your hips as you can. So we're going to go through this little cycle 5 times through each. In total, that's going to be 15 reps. Very good. Good. If you start to feel tired, maybe you feel your chest coming, your chest caving in like this and your back rounding off, do your best to pull your spine nice and long. And you're doing a good job. All right, very good. So we'll catch your breath for a second. We're going to go round 2. And again, we have 4 rounds. It's pretty high volume. It's a lot of reps, especially if you've not been doing push-ups or any sort of back exercises. So take our time. Don't have to be a hero if you want to just do 5. That's all right.
Yeah.
Question, you good?
Yeah.
We're gonna go full push-ups now. Hands maybe slightly wider than your shoulders, but Henry's doing a good job getting his elbows back, keeping his body in a straight line. Excellent job. All right. Yeah, do you mind facing the camera?
Yeah.
Keep that spine long, push your hips back. Not into the quarter squat, but just push your hips back a little bit. Good. Very nice. Do you feel that in your back?
Yep.
Back of your shoulders. Good. Good. Keep breathing. Sometimes it's easy, especially with this stuff, to forget to breathe. So we want to make sure that you're doing it the right way. Also want to make sure that you're taking time to breathe. All right, so we're halfway through. Take a second. Push-ups always get me, so I usually need a little bit more of a break for upper body stuff than for the lower body stuff. But halfway through, then we'll go to our core training, and then get you to your cool down. So we'll rotate or pull our feet up to our butt. Really, when I do a knee push-up, I like to be on the top of my knees. That's why I need that pad. It always feels a little funny. Really good technique. Keeping his core strong. It's almost like you're doing a chest exercise and a core exercise at the same time, which is usually the case. Almost every exercise we do, we want to keep our core nice and neutral. Good. So round 3 is almost done. Nice, Henry. Very good. Pull that head far away from your hips. Excellent. Very good. All right, last round coming up. Take your time. Last round here. If you all need a break at any point, grab a sip of water, please do. I should have mentioned that in the beginning, but bring your water bottles to these sessions if you ever need it in between sets. Very good. Good. Now you can see Henry from the front. If you're not doing push-ups at the moment, you can tell that we're not winging our elbows out like this. He had it nice and controlled close to his body. All right, so last round. Last round. Very good. It's really easy to try to fly through these, but do your best to take your time. Give each rep a second or two. Don't rush through it. Very good. Keep going. I know these sessions are only about 30 minutes long, but we get a heck of a lot in thanks to the power of the superset. Really kind of, it takes the rest out. It does allow your muscles to rest, but the push-up and these TYI use different muscle groups, and so it allows the chest to relax while we're working the shoulders and back, etc. All right, good?
Yep.
Cool. All right, great job. So we're gonna move into our final, we'll call this a tri-set. So it's like a superset, but with 3 exercises. So we're gonna do something called a side up. It's like a side plank and a push-up combined. So instead of holding a side plank, we're just lifting our body off the floor. I'll demo that for you. We're gonna do that on your left side, then you're gonna do it on your right side, and then we're gonna do something called a bird dog. So I'll just run through real quick so you can see what it's gonna look like. So elbow is gonna be right under your shoulders, feet are stacked like this, hand can be on your hip. You're just gonna lift up, so you're pushing your hips away from the ground. You're gonna feel it right here, and then come back down. Up again. So you're gonna do 5 of those. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side. 5 of those. And then we're gonna do a bird dog. A bird dog is like a hunting dog, and if you've ever watched a movie or a show, or if you've ever gone hunting yourself, they will point once they've found the duck that somebody's hunting for. So all we're gonna do is just point, hand forward, leg goes backwards. I'm gonna show you some from the front, and then I wanna show you from the side. you can't really see it, but if I had a really tight shirt on, you can see that I'm not going to let my stomach round forward. I have to keep my back and core nice and flat. So that's how this exercise is going to challenge you. It's going to want you to, you're going to want your belly button to go forward, and you have to fight it. You have to keep yourself nice and strong. All right, so we're going to do 5 side-ups on the left, 5 side-ups on the right, and then 5 bird dogs with your right arm, left leg, and then 5 with your left arm, right leg. All right, ready to go. We'll do 3 rounds of this, and then we're moving on to our cool down. Excellent job. Go to our bird dog. Yeah, this one is all about fighting your body's urge to get lazy and let your stomach kind of collapse down. You want to keep yourself nice and strong right there in your core. We're going to do 5 on each side, 10 total. Roughly. If we don't get the numbers perfect, that's okay. Messes with my head if I get 5 on one, 4 on the other, but just do the best. Good. You really have to think when you do a bird dog. Am I feeling like I'm in control of my body? That's what this exercise is all about. All right, cool. So that's 1 round done. 2 to go. We just hit core earlier in the week, so really good way to start this program out. 2 straight days of challenging core work. Notice we're hitting the core from a lot of different angles. We did our planks. We've got prone full body extensions. That was day 1, so you got the front, you got the back. Today we get the side with the side ups. We also get a little bit of front and back and really that deep core with our bird dogs. Excellent job. You'd have a hard time finding a sport where increasing your core stability isn't a huge advantage for you. So we really want, that's where our focus is here. Increase your core stability. It helps you to control your upper body, your lower body. That's where those two segments of our body meet, is right at the core. Excellent. 2 rounds down?
Yep.
Cool. All right, last round coming. All right, if you need a sip of water, grab it. Otherwise, it'll only be about 2 minutes before you're headed off to your cool down. Very good. Nice, Henry. Just push your hips forward a little bit. There we go, yep. Sometimes we tend, when we do a side plank, to push our hips back. Just want to keep them in line, nice and forward, right in line with, between our shoulders and ankles. Very good. Last couple reps here. Really focus on that control. Make sure that we're cognizant of what's happening with our body on every one of these reps. I don't want the front of your body to get any longer at any point in this exercise. So you're keeping that distance from your shoulders to your hips exactly the same throughout the exercise. Even though your body feels like it wants to get longer, we're going to fight it. All right. Hey, excellent job today with day 2. Nice job, Henry. It's a tough day. You've certainly earned your cool down. So we will see you back here for day 3. But great job today.
Upper body cool down. I hope you had a great workout. We're going to start with an overhead triceps stretch. So all you're going to do is just bring your left arm up over your head, maybe put your left hand on the back of your upper back. We'll get a nice stretch. Ready? Go. Some people like to pull down on their elbow. In this case, we're just recommending that you put a little bit of light pressure from the side. It's just fine. You're going to feel that stretch in the back of your upper arm. one way or another. Don't go too crazy, just get a nice stretch. We worked those triceps a lot today, push-ups, all those sorts of things. Put a lot of stress on the triceps, so it's a good chance to just relax and help those muscles start to recover. About a quarter of the way through, and all we're going to do is just switch to the other side. Okay, and switch. Your right arm's going to be bent, right hand behind your upper back or your neck, getting a nice stretch in the back of the right upper arm. Just about halfway on this side. Doing great. Good deep breaths while you do those stretches. All right. Now we'll go to our shoulder stretch. Very similar. We're just going to pull that left arm across your chest this time. You're going to feel a nice stretch in the back of your shoulder. Think about having good posture. It's always good to practice that. We're going to hold it for 45, taking deep breaths the whole time. Ready? Go. Good. Keep it up. Nice stretch in the back of that left shoulder. About a quarter of the way through, and then we'll switch sides. And again, you can always come back to these cool down stretches if you like them. Do them again. If you're a little sore tomorrow, you want to do them again, by all means, go for it. All right, let's switch sides to your right shoulder now. Pull your head up nice and tall. Take deep breaths. Pull that right arm nice and close to your body. Feel a good stretch. You definitely deserve it after that tough upper body session today. After this, we're actually going to be on the ground for our final exercise. We'll get a scorpion stretch on the left and the right. Just be prepared. A couple seconds, we're going to drop down onto the ground. All right, very good. Lay on your stomach, arms out nice and wide. You're going to bring your left leg as close to your right hand as possible. So you see our athlete here doing the opposite. And if you do the wrong side, it doesn't matter. We're going to get both sides. Ready? Go. This will give you a nice stretch down, really down the front of your body, across your body. Deep breaths. Very good. With only about a quarter of the way to go, then we have our last exercise for our upper body cool down. Just going to obviously switch sides, make sure we get the other side. Very good, and switch. Now we have our scorpion on the right side, so you're going to look a little bit more like the athlete here. You're going to have your hands out wide. You're going to take that right leg. You're going to bring it over towards your left hand. Feel a nice stretch all down the front of your body and some of those parts of your body where we used when we were doing any sort of rotational exercises. You'll feel a good stretch there too. Beyond halfway here, almost done. Keep taking deep breaths. Some of this cool down stuff can take a little bit of patience, but it's really valuable. It can go a long way in helping you recover, improving your flexibility, all the stuff that we want. All right, and that wraps us up. Thanks so much. Hope you had an awesome workout, and we look forward to seeing you soon.